Hello guys, I don't want to make this video very long guys. So today I'm going to talk about how you can pass business studies. I didn't take much time to prepare for this video because I will mainly focus how you can pass business studies strictly. I've made a video how you can get a distinction, but today I'm going to talk about how you can pass business studies. Some of the people maybe like they are interested in passing only. They don't really care about a distinction. So I'm just going to talk about how you can pass business studies strictly. So some of you actually struggle in business studies. I know some of the people who struggle in business studies. When I was doing grade 12, I've seen people who struggle in business studies. So I am here to help you guys. So make sure you subscribe and ask the questions: which topics do you struggle with? Most of people struggle with quality performance, which is TQM. I'll definitely cover that one if most of you struggle with that, if it's true. So guys, number one, I wanna address this. If you wanna pass business studies, you need to focus in classes first of all when the teacher is teaching. So this applies actually to most of the subjects. Many people don't focus in classes then expect to pass. So you need to focus on classes. Don't waste time playing around. Just focus in classes. If a subject, for example, is confusing for you or you're struggling in that subject, it would be best for you to focus in classes. For example, me, I knew that getting a distinction in accounting is very, very difficult. So I focused in classes. I wasn't the best when it comes to accounting. I wouldn't lie. I wasn't the best when it comes to accounting. Maybe I wasn't the best. I will just say that I wasn't the best when it comes to accounting. So I would usually focus, even if I focused, I didn't get level 7. That's why I'm not teaching accounting. I don't want to put you into confusion mode. So enough about me. I'm going to talk about you. You need to focus in classes and attend extra classes. You focus in classes and attend extra classes. That will be beneficial for you if you want to pass business studies, if you want a simple pass in business studies. Number two is to actually, you have to study. You have to study and write the homework. So before I talk about studying, let me put homeworks first. You need to write homeworks because in homeworks, that's where you learn most of the time. That's where you learn, and that's how you memorize many things where you are wrong or things like that. So you need to write homeworks. If you really want to pass, you need to write homeworks. It's a very simple thing, I know, but you need to write homeworks. And when you write homeworks, don't just come and write at the morning, write quickly at the morning. No, take your time after school, then you go write your homework. So don't rush and be like at the morning. No, write your homeworks and study carefully, and study and write the right things. Don't just write for the sake of writing the homeworks. Make sure what you write you understand. Number three, okay, number three is about exams. So um I know how you can tackle the exams. I know how you can tackle the exam. If you can memorize, it will be beneficial to you. So number three is actually to memorize. Most of you can memorize, it's just that you don't want to memorize. I asked myself, how do you memorize the anniversary date of your girlfriend, but you can't memorize business studies? That's confusing to me, to be honest. So you have to memorize. You have to memorize, guys. So how do you memorize? And I'm speaking specifically. You have to memorize, not cram. If you want to cram, you'll be in danger because if the question paper changes slightly, you failed. So you need to memorize. When we talk about TQM, you need to memorize. Okay, what are we talking about? When we talk about legislation, skills development, triple PEE, you need to memorize. Any topic, you need to memorize it. So that's number three, is to try and memorize when you're studying. So to try and memorize when you're studying, just study for the sake of studying. For example, most of the time I tend to memorize the Bible. It's like if you know how to memorize, you can memorize the Bible. You can memorize also your schoolwork. If you can memorize the Bible or also any other simple things like your mother's birthday, your father's birthday, you can memorize business studies. It's going to be easy. It's not like you have a problem or something like that. No, it's going to be easy. It's just that you need to work hard in memorizing, not cramming. I want to be specific. Do not cram. I know many people who cram. Cramming is like when you read something, skills development is what. Then you look at the back and be like, skills development is what. No, that won't help you. To be honest, don't do that, guys. It will fail you. Please don't do that. Especially when you're writing prelims, it will put you in danger. Don't do that. Make sure you memorize. That's number 3. Remember, we're speaking specifically about passing here. We're speaking about how you can pass business studies. So you need to memorize. So number 4 is about exams. I want you guys to listen very, very carefully. This is a trick that nobody's telling you. So number 4, you need to study at night and then revise at the morning. Let's say you're writing business studies tomorrow, for example. You need to study at night and revise at the morning. In fact, it applies to any subject, but if you know that you struggle in business studies, it's best that you study at night. Maybe you can study at about 7, study 2 hours, 7 to 9, then you sleep early, then you wake up at the morning at 5, then you revise for maybe 1 hour 45 minutes. It will work out for you guys. I'm pretty sure it will work out. And that takes us to number 5. Number 5 is also very important. If when you are writing business studies tomorrow, do not study many subjects. Let's say you're writing business studies tomorrow. So why are you studying science? I just don't understand. Why are you studying science if you're writing business studies tomorrow and you know that business studies will give you a headache and you don't understand anything in business studies? You need to just stick to business studies. You will see science when you're about to write it. I know nobody's telling you this, but for me, it worked out. It did work out. I don't know how your brain functions, but we are different. That's what I know. But for me, it worked out. If I'm writing business studies tomorrow, I'll study business studies today and then revise tomorrow. I'll stick to business studies only. I make sure I memorize everything. I wouldn't study everything like economics and accounting and everything. I'll be confused. So it's better for me to stick to business studies only, and then tomorrow I revise and write my business studies. Plus, when you're writing, most of the time when you're writing your exam, you go out of school early, maybe about 2 or 1 or 12. So you go out, you can go ahead study the science that you needed to study. You study science immediately after going out. Don't just stick with your friends after school, then blame that you didn't have time to study science. No. So make sure you do those things. So those are the actually 5 things that I would suggest to you. I hope it will be helpful for you guys. I hope that it will be helpful. So guys, make sure if you have more tips for other learners, maybe you are experienced also or you are good in business studies, please comment down below and give some other advices on how you can pass business studies. Remember guys, I need you guys to stick to the topic, how you can pass business studies, not like get a distinction. I've already made a video about getting a distinction. So how you can pass business studies for learners who are struggling. So guys, make sure you comment down below, or maybe previously you were struggling, now you are good. Comment down below and tell the people how did you do that. Please, let's help each other. So guys, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share the video. Peace.